Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy new month, happy new month. Happy new month to you, happy new month to me, happy new month. I just said in Yoruba. I something on my tualara. Yoruba. Please blame my father and my
ọdún á
mother
tù
for
wá lára.
this.
Ẹ kú palẹ̀mọ́ ọdún á bá wa láyọ̀. Ọdún á tù wá lára. Good morning, beautiful people.
Susan, we missed you.
I missed you too, but I had to go.
No, I know.
It was intense. Before 9, I was always in. Want to finish you like this. They put you in residential program because they will use you. Every fiber in you will be worn out. And this week now, happy new month, everyone. Harlen's family. This is the day after tomorrow is International Day for Persons with Disability. So I'm actively involved, and driven violence also affects us because early this year I was called crippled by a love interest just because I didn't respond to him. He went to scream munch my picture, but thank God, So he scream munch and said, "You should be happy, a crippled like you. I'm asking you, Emi Susie, Emi Omolomo, Omo Kombi, Omo Iri, Omo Mewa, like me." I stood up for myself, called him out, and many people, many women with disability came out to speak, to say this guy had also been abusing them whenever he asked them out. So I have to raise my voice this period because digital violence is something we experience, especially when they know you have a disability. They want to talk you down. They want to make you feel less of yourself. And so this is also an opportunity to amplify our voices and the voices of those who can't speak. Everyone is not Susan. You cannot shame the shameless.
There's no even shame to be. There's no shame there, Steph. There's no shame there.
So I'm glad to be back at Lens family, even though it will be off and on, but I'm here now. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Hi, Buki. Good morning. Hi, Buki. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Buki.
So nice to hear you. I mean,
how was your exam? Was it exam?
My exam, yes. First semester exam.
Yes. How was your exam?
School of Governance. It's a certificate course in public leadership. So our first semester, without God, we did it.
I believe in you. I believe in you. I know
yes, we did it because we had two sessions. We had done two last week, but this Saturday, upper week. So last week Saturday, we did the one for public policy, what public policy is, and ethics and law. But without God, God helped us.
Thank you.
More like case studies, situational examples, and then what do you do in that to build capacity in ourselves. We are always quick to critique government. Not done this, but that also gave me an idea that at times there are problems like they taught us that they are like Boko Haram is a wicked problem. You can only pray that you reduce it. You might not be able to eradicate it, because of the multifaceted dimension. When it comes to religion, they see from different angles, all kinds of things are just moving. But that is where you need the collaborativeness of all the stakeholders. Everybody must work, to it. So it's not just it's the army alone, community leader, religious leader, individual, everybody must work towards it. But we thank God it was well. Susan, what you said, I just remembered one incident that happened to me. I'm sorry, Fumilayo.
Oh, it's fine. Please go ahead.
honestly, today, when I remember, I feel guilty.
Hmm.
I feel guilty. And and I would now say, but I did my best.
Hmm.
So what happened? I was to visit somebody who had one of the officers, visually impaired. I was to visit him because we had a meeting. That was when during COVID, we were sharing food items from the institute, that I oversee here. And I had to go to him, to sort out some things. And where he lives, you have to meet, the security operatives in that place. So when I got there, I mentioned his name, I mentioned the number. They didn't get it. They said, "Who is this person? I should call." Okay, so I tried calling him. He wasn't picking. So they said, "Okay, describe the person. Where does he live?" So I was saying he's visually impaired. They said, "What does that mean? Waiting. Meanwhile, when I did not cut the call. So when I now said, I was trying to say, he doesn't see properly. So it was when I now said, he's the blind man. Then I said,
Hmm.
oh, that man. Immediately I mentioned blind. He picked the call. So
Oh,
he had me call him
Didn't
blind
hear
man.
the other part. Oh.
So he now
but
said,
that's actually the
okay.
right term.
He
That
said,
is
okay.
Oh.
actually the right term. You understand? There are different terminologies. If you call me a person with disability, you call me a person who is physically challenged, it is fine. The United Nations Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disability agrees that you note the fact that I am a person first before my
Yeah.
disability. But
Okay.
crippled is the meaning.
Okay.
Right.
You
Because
understand?
thank you for freeing me. Oh, anytime I remember that thing, I'm always
Blind
feeling
is
guilty.
absolutely fine. A blind person is blind. We
They
also know that
are
some
visually
are
impaired.
visually impaired because they are
Little
so
dark
blind.
artist works with a stick that they had to
Absolutely, you
make
are
me to
right.
say he's a
You
blind.
don't need to feel
So,
bad.
Hey.
he now said, Abuki, you're
It is
calling me
right.
blind.
You are absolutely, you shouldn't feel bad.
Without joking about it, I mean, it was a joke. He now said, hey, you're calling me blind. I'll be okay, but to go, and then we joked about it. So it wasn't really serious, but for me, it
Yeah.
was like, I didn't want to call you. So, okay,
It's
so
the
thank
right
you for freeing
name.
me.
Yes, it is.
I love
Don't
it.
worry yourself. Don't worry. We'll
Time
take disability 101 on Women Radio someday in the future. So when we are also advocating, we're
Uh-oh.
advocating from the rights-based approach, so that
And all of that. So we're just gonna get into our first story for the day. And you've been listening to Buki, Femi Ajala, and Susan Ihuama. Those are the voices you've been listening to. My name is Fumi Bangala, so that you know. You can watch us live on YouTube at WFM 917, and you can listen to us on the go via our website www.wfm917.com. Okay, let's get into our first story for today. 17.com. Okay, let's get into our first story for today. I don't know if you've been seeing this story over the course of last week. Nigerian son with actress Bisola Badmus after 15 years. So what happened is that um Wasiu allegedly had a relationship with this actress, Bisola Badmus. She got pregnant for him and gave birth to a boy. But Kwam1 allegedly refused to accept the child as his son. And after 15 years, the son happened to be at the celebration they were at, and he accepted the son on stage. somebody, somebody tweeted and said, after 15 years, we celebrate the consequences of irresponsibility will never be the same for men and women in our society, and that's the simple truth. The boy's body language says it all. Again, my ladies, I'm more concerned about you. Take your financial plan and life seriously. This man is one out of so many. May you not be a victim for 15 years. I hope the woman gets pregnant and gives birth. What I want to focus on is how the consequences, and we've talked about this many times, of your actions as a woman. Like, if you decide to get into a relationship with a man, whether you get married or whether you're in the relationship or whether you decide to cohabit with him, or the burden of responsibility, number one, falls with you, but the consequences of whatever happens, good or bad, also falls with you heavily. So what I mean is, when you give birth, is your body that is going through the major changes. When you get pregnant, your body goes through the major changes. When you give birth, your body is still going through changes. But then you have a partner that is there. How much more in a situation whereby you don't have a partner? Imagine this woman saying that she has a son for Kwam1 and the man rejected the baby for 15 years. And then at his convenience, basically, 15 years after, it was not even at a private meeting. He was performing somewhere and then he hugs the boy. I don't understand. Like, what are we turning our society into? I'm going to start with Susan because Susan's about to leave so that she can give her thoughts on this before we move to Bookie. Hi, Susan, are you there?
Yes, I am. So for me, I would say is the height of irresponsibility. It's not being like rated. Because in my head, I'm wondering, do you need to be at a concert or a function for you wanted Nigerians to, because you already know the trend, Nigerians would always talk. You see, I absolutely agree with you, Fumi. Women, it cannot be overemphasized. Not to thyself be true. Sex
Yes.
is cheap, but the consequences is not cheap. You can get sex anywhere, anyhow, but the consequences. At the time, I guess the happening celebrity,
Yeah.
Yoruba musician, and all of that. You wanted to hook him. What was the essence? Was he getting married to you? Did you just want to get pregnant for him just because he's a celebrity? Did you look at him as a person? What are his values? I mean, who is he out of the stage? I don't know. Maybe I'm too. I want to know who you are, even when you are not on stage. So it also goes to speak about accountability. We have always said it on this platform. You have to be accountable for your actions and inactions. As a woman, even if you decided not to accept or hug that boy on stage that day, he's still your child. He's still your burden to bear. So I think as Nigerians, Africans, and what have you, we should learn to stop celebrating mediocrity. It's very key. He has acted in a very, I don't know, I don't want to use the wrong words. It's a new week, but he has acted allegedly now, because everything allegedly, in an irresponsible way. If you know you had something with this woman, you have traumatized her for 15 years. 15 years is not 15 weeks. 15 years is not 15 days. Do you know what it took her to raise that child up to that level? And why did it have to be on stage? What was that paparazzi for? When you slept with her, we didn't know. We didn't hear about it. So, let's learn to preserve our family values. Even if you had a one-night stand, you had a relationship with someone and the person gets pregnant, Oga, it means you accept that something happened. Why did it take this long? What if this child had a childhood ailment that cost the mother so much? What if the child had you know, there are different ifs for me. In this era of quick education, everybody is almost out of secondary school.
If not out of secondary school.
And you are just showing up. So in the last 15 years, you've been a deadbeat father.
Hi, Susan. It looks like we lost you for a bit. I think we seem to be having network issues. Anyway, you're still tuned into Women Radio 91.7 FM, the voice of women, Nigeria's first and only radio station for women and their families. The phone lines are now open. You can call in to weigh in the conversation, 07000. And
Susan.
Yes.
Sex is cheap. You are for those who are single, like Susu and every other person. Please, let's be careful. And if we bring I don't want to go to religious because I know Pastor Buki will take up that religious aspect. That's why
thank you so much, Susan. Please go ahead, Buki.
Susan, don't make me pastor. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm a child. I'm just a child of God. I love God. All right. Okay. So I was saying that but where we are now, we have been taking some things that we ought not to take. We have been celebrating.
Oh, we have a call. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning, Women Radio. Hello, good morning, Women Radio. We cannot hear you. Please do also call us back. Please go ahead, Buki.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, he will call us back. Yeah. You know, we have been celebrating the things that we ought not to celebrate. We have been tolerating the things that we ought not to tolerate. And then, of course, because of the patriarchal society mindset, I will use that now, mindset that we have been operating on, the things that we ought to condemn. It is either we keep quiet, we don't condemn it, or what happened now?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. My name is.
Hi, good morning, Elizabeth. Happy new month to you. How are you?
I'm fine. For me, Bangbara.
Yes, that's
God,
me.
we have somebody like Susan, an Igbo lady. This know better than you.
That's okay.
And so this morning I was so happy. I felt like just jumping as she was talking. Introduction. I love her for loving herself so much. And I want to assure her, many of us who are not physically challenged, many of us don't even have 1/10 of what she has. Okay. I just pray that God will continue to strengthen and encourage her. The issue of the hand, or is it Kwam1 or Kwam2? Maybe the recent law promulgated by the Lagos state government, maybe that one is making him to reconsider his stand. Because I wouldn't know why it takes such a long time for him to know. He will not say that he doesn't want to do DNA to confirm whether this side is his side or not. So that tells us the value that we now hold in our society. When we celebrate it, how do we hold them just because they are celebrating? How do we
use the word Thanksgiving? Not that quote of celebration that Obario. We right now Obario. We right now what we are supposed to be doing is to be condemning the act of Kwam1. You understand? And then the way he even also went about it. Well, let me assume maybe there had been some conversations behind the scene. I believe that some of those things will begin to come out. I'm just assuming. I'm just assuming, you know. But if it's just the fact that okay, it happened that the boy was at that place where he was doing his stuff, and then of course God pricked his heart, you know, Probably the boy even looks like him, or maybe talks like him, or he walks like him, or something. You know, there's a way God just does this thing, and then the pricking of the eye, the conscience to say, this is my son, and all that, and to celebrate him. And for me, it's more like entertainment, because that should not be it. So he used the song for entertainment. That is what I see. Everybody is talking about it, but can we begin to talk the real issues? What happened? What happened for this past 15 years? Because you have made the life of Badmus to stand. The conversations she must have had